So, Burris Frederick Skinner was born on March 20th, 1904, in Pennsylvania. He went to Hamilton College, where he received his bachelor's in English. He actually wanted to be a writer, which he thought was pretty difficult, but he did fairly well in. Um, while he was at Hamilton College, a fun fact, he was in a fraternity, Lambda Chi Alpha. After receiving his bachelor, he went into psychology and he got his PhD at Harvard. After Harvard, he went to go teach at Minnesota, where he married Yvonne Blue, and they had two daughters. During his time at Minnesota, he wrote The Behavior of Organisms in 1938, which then gave him the title of Prominent Experimental Psychologist. Skinner's anti-theoretical form of behaviorism he described as a non-theoretical example of descriptive behaviorisms, where it just describes what happens instead of why it happens. Skinner thought free will was an illusion and human action was dependent on consequences of previous actions. So if the consequence was bad, there was a high chance the action would not be repeated. And if the consequence was good, the probability of the action repeated was a lot stronger. Skinner called this the principle of reinforcement. Skinner used operant conditioning. To study this, he actually invented the operant conditioning chamber, also known as the Skinner box. And to measure the rate of this, he also invented the cumulative recorder. He developed behavior analysis, which the philosophy of science he called radical behaviorism. In his life, Skinner actually published 21 books and 180 articles until his death in 1990. And then in June of 2002, a survey listed Skinner to be the most influential psychologist of the 20th century.